Hey everybody, it has been a while since I last connected with you, and this has been on my mind since the last time I shared some of my exciting experience that I had with my Goddess Revolution in San Diego a few weeks ago. And something that I thought was really important, it has been resonating with me, and that actually happened to be one of the many breakthroughs that I had. Um, well, one in particular that I had come to realize that was brought to the surface was something that I didn't even realize was impacting me in so many areas of my life, from my childhood, from all the way up till currently, until a few weeks ago. And it was something that one of my goddess sisters had said or was sharing, and it just made me go back to when I was struggling in school. And my parents were concerned. And back then, they did what they thought was the best thing for me by probably recommendations by the school, the teachers, and that was to put me on medication because I was distracted, I couldn't focus, I was basically prescribed Ritalin and Cylert. And I was going to a private school, and my parents happened to notice that it wasn't working because it was actually doing the opposite. It was making me more lethargic and not interact in class. So they took me off of it, and then they just did the best that they could. So they got me involved in activities, things like hula when we lived in Hawaii, and just physical activities. And of course, sure, I was a handful, and um, as I grew older and I got into high school, they happened to notice that I had a very hard time still focusing. So they chose to test me and got a diagnosis. And they basically put this title or label on me with a learning disability. And it was described as auditory processing. And that was basically uh, when somebody provides me lots and lots of information, my brain goes on overload and I have a hard time remembering like what's the most important to remember, write so many things down, and not able to focus on exactly what was supposed to be the most important key points. And so that's what I was labeled with from my freshman year on. And so I held on to that. And I remember nights my dad would try to sit me down doing math, and he would get impatient because he was doing the best of his ability to teach me, and I just couldn't grasp on. And, he would lose his patience, and, I'm sure he felt bad not being able to help me out. And so, and I'd, you know, look back at that now and know that they did the best that they could. But at the same time, in my mind and what I created was that I'm not capable. I'm not capable enough of smart enough to retain information. And so I took on that belief and I carried that with me in everything and didn't trust myself. So that's why I have found myself starting something and get so far and then stop because I didn't feel like I was capable enough. And once I came to realize that a few weeks ago, it was like a light bulb that went off. And then it's like connecting all the dots to understand why I have not chosen to be successful in other areas of my life that I have always thought about in my head, but I've never stepped forward and stepped into it and into my full power, knowing that I'm fully capable of being successful. And so I want to share this with you because if you take a moment and go back to things that you experienced as a child, maybe something that somebody said to you, your parent, a friend, a coworker, and you took on that response or what they said to you and how it made you feel. And did you think that that was true? Maybe you did at the time. I know I did all these years. And then I've learned to realize that when somebody says something, it's just their own thought, their own opinion. But that doesn't define who I am. I define who I am. So I want you to take this with you and remember that, because you are a strong person, as am I. And for me to post something like this, I know it's pretty brave of me, but I'm fully capable of doing it. And to get this message out there, I already know that I'm not alone in this. No matter whether you have a learning disability, children that are challenged, people trying to label your kids, we just do the best that we can. And so if you have any questions for me, if you want to private message me, because all of this, for me, I was able to dig deep when I invested in myself with Marcy Locke last October. And going to Goddess Revolution in San Diego just took it a whole nother level. So again, if you are curious and want to know more, just message me under this video or privately, and I'd be more than happy to talk with you or even meet up with you if it's local. Otherwise, make it a great day.